Introduction. Chandrayaan-3 is a planned robotic lunar mission by the Indian Space Research Organisation, ISRO. It was launched on July 14, 2023 and is scheduled to land on the Moon's south pole on August 23, 2023, at around 6:04 PM IST. The mission is facing a number of challenges, but it is also an important step in Indian Space Research Organisation's ambitious plan to explore the Moon. Background. Chandrayaan-3 is the successor to Chandrayaan-2, which was launched in 2019 but failed to land on the Moon due to a technical glitch. Chandrayaan-1 was a lunar orbiter that mapped the Moon's surface, while Chandrayaan-2 was a mission to land a rover on the Moon and deploy a lander. Objectives. The main objectives of Chandrayaan-3 are to soft land a rover on the Moon's north pole, conduct in situ scientific experiments on the lunar surface, study the composition of the lunar soil, measure the magnetic field of the Moon, collect samples of the lunar soil for return to Earth, advance our understanding of the Moon and its resources, serve as a stepping stone for future missions to the Moon, such as a human landing. The Chandrayaan-3 mission consists of three main components: a propulsion module, a lander, and a rover. The propulsion module is responsible for launching the spacecraft into orbit around the Moon. It will also continue to orbit the Moon, gathering data and relaying signals, while the lander and rover descend to the surface. The lander is responsible for landing the rover on the surface of the Moon. It has a number of systems that help it to control its descent and landing, including a radar altimeter, a computer, and a guidance system. The rover is a small, mobile vehicle that will explore the surface of the Moon. It is equipped with a variety of scientific instruments that will help scientists to study the lunar soil and environment. The Chandrayaan-3 mission will use a number of technologies to achieve its goals. These technologies include a high-precision navigation system that will help the lander to land safely on the Moon, a radar altimeter that will measure the distance between the lander and the surface of the Moon, a computer that will control the lander's descent and landing, a guidance system that will help the lander to stay on course during its descent, a variety of scientific instruments that will help scientists to study the lunar soil and environment. The Chandrayaan-3 mission is a challenging but important undertaking. If successful, it will help scientists to learn more about the Moon and its potential for future human exploration. Here are the specific steps involved in the Chandrayaan-3 landing. The propulsion module will launch the spacecraft into orbit around the Moon. The lander will detach from the propulsion module and begin its descent to the surface of the Moon. The lander will use its radar altimeter to measure its distance from the surface of the Moon. The lander's computer will use this information to control the lander's descent. The lander's guidance system will help the lander to stay on course during its descent. The lander will touch down on the surface of the Moon. The rover will deploy from the lander and begin exploring the surface of the Moon. The Chandrayaan-3 mission is a complex and challenging undertaking, but it has the potential to make significant contributions to our understanding of the Moon. ISRO is confident that the mission will be successful, and they are excited to see what scientists will learn from it. Challenges. One of the biggest challenges facing Chandrayaan-3 is the landing site. The Moon's north pole is a very challenging place to land due to the presence of craters and mountains. ISRO has developed a new landing system for Chandrayaan-3 that is designed to overcome these challenges. Another challenge facing Chandrayaan-3 is the harsh environment of the Moon. ISRO has developed a rover that is specifically designed for the lunar environment. Significance. Chandrayaan-3 is a significant mission for ISRO and for the exploration of the Moon. The mission will help to advance our understanding of the Moon and its resources. It is also a stepping stone for future missions to the Moon, such as a human landing. If India succeeds, it will become the fourth country, after the US, the former Soviet Union, and China, to have an unmanned craft perform a soft landing on the lunar surface, and the first to land a craft on the South Pole. The world's eyes are now on the progress of Chandrayaan-3, especially after the failure of Luna 25 a couple of days ago. This is a proud moment for Indians, and we can only hope for a successful landing. Let's all pray for the safety of the Chandrayaan-3 team and for the success of the mission.